Welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV, the live TV show all about the legal aspects of your business to help educate you on complex legal terms in an easy to understand manner, to help understand why you need to do certain things in your business from a legal point of view, and to help you develop a plan for the future. Our mission at Business Legal Lifecycle is to help empower all small to medium-sized businesses around the world to get access to legal advice so that they can help build their communities and make the world a better place. Did you know that any business owner is on average 7 months away from losing everything? That is the average time it takes from a successful business to fold when an aspect of their business is not set up correctly. Have you ever wanted to get legal advice but didn't understand what was going on? Do you feel like there is a divide between lawyers and their clients? Then this TV show is for you. It is all about empowering you and your business with the knowledge and tools to ensure that this doesn't happen to you. Business Legal Lifecycle TV delivers a twice-weekly show focusing on the legal aspects of your business. At lunchtime on Mondays, we present Fast Fix Monday, a quick 5 to 10 minute show that will give you some actionable steps to consider for the week for your business. And at lunchtime on Wednesdays, we present our in-depth show of between 30 minutes and an hour, where we go through complicated legal aspects of your business in a simple to understand, plain English manner. And whether that is through educational pieces or interviews with experts in their fields.
Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV. Today is Monday, so we're doing a Fast Fix Monday. As always, I'm here, Craig Mason. I have with me Jeremy.
Hope you're having a great day, everyone.
Excellent. So thanks for joining us. As I said, it's Fast Fix, so it's going to be a quick run through. And today we're talking about deregistration and members' voluntary liquidation. So if you've been tuning in this month, it's about the phase about insolvency and winding up, so we're just expanding on a few things there. And as I said, today's about deregistration and members wind up. So Jeremy, do you want to kick things off with an overview of the deregistration process?
Yeah, absolutely. So deregistration and even members voluntary winding up is something that relates to a company. So and it's usually used, or it's got to be used where the company's solvent. So that means that it can pay its debts when they've full due and payable, but you just want to get rid of the company. And why might you do that? You might do that because you've decided that the company you don't want to have it around anymore. You know, companies cost money to keep in operation. And one of those ways, as Craig said before, is deregistration. And I'm going to talk about that briefly. Deregistration basically means that you're taking the company and you're taking it off the roll of companies. And it means that there is no company in existence anymore. So deregistration is a very easy process. It is one, though, that people do try and abuse, I think is probably the right word. So you need to be really careful when you do use it to make sure that everything is being done properly. There's a form, an ASIC form. It's at the time of recording this, in April 2018, it's the form 6010. And essentially, you've got to sign off on 6 different things. First of all, you've got to sign off that all the members of the company agree to the deregistration. You've got to sign off that the company is not carrying on any business. 3, you've got to sign off that the company has assets worth less than $1,000. You've got to sign off that it's paid all its penalties and fees under the Act. Number 5 is that it doesn't have any outstanding liabilities, so it can't owe any money around town. And 6th and final is the company is not party to any legal proceedings. So that's where you want to actually just deregister a company and not pay anything anymore for the registration fees, accounting fees, tax office fees, all the rest of it. Then you can deregister the company. You can also deregister a company by not paying its fees. Now, that's a bit naughty. And that basically, that can be what we call an ASIC-initiated deregistration. And that's if you don't pay the fees and don't respond to ASIC for a couple of years, they'll actually deregister the company for you. We do not recommend that process and that you go through it. You should not. You should always make sure that you pay all of your fees to ASIC. But that is another option that people do use. So that's deregistration. Craig, do you want to talk about members' voluntary liquidation?
Yeah, absolutely. So while liquidation is usually associated with a company in financial difficulty, that's not always the case in relation to members' voluntary liquidation. So that's where a liquidator is appointed to formally wind up a solvent company. Now, with any of these sorts of steps, deregistration or members' voluntary liquidation, there's a lot to be considered before taking these actions and placing a company into liquidation. Obviously, every company is different. Situations are totally different depending on what's going on. They need to be individually assessed. There isn't a one-size-fits-all solution to this sort of area. And as always, if you're thinking about this, this is something where your advisors need to be involved in. You don't want to just do these sorts of things just because it sounded cool. So, it's, members' voluntary liquidation is commonly carried out when members wish to make some tax effective use of the company's equity. So there are some tax benefits for doing it. And there are also, the shareholder may want to access some CGT or capital gains tax concessions as well. So there are some benefits to doing it tax-wise. One of the other benefits is that it's more difficult to reinstate a company which has been deregistered via the members' voluntary liquidation process than it is in the process that Jeremy explained, because a company that is deregistered can be re-registered, and you can delay strike-off action if it is initiated by ASIC. So this process removes that. There are some downsides with anything. It's going to take longer than the deregistration process in most instances, and the costs are normally going to be a lot higher than applying to ASIC for a deregistration. So they're the two things that we wanted to talk about today for Fast Fix Monday. As I said, it's imperative that advice is given. These aren't one-size-fits-all solutions. You need to carefully consider the situation that your company's in before you take these steps and tick the box and send it into ASIC. So make sure you're talking to your advisors about that. If you've got any questions, as always, please let us know. You can ask them through Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or wherever it might be that we can access that information. So please ask those questions. We're here and happy to help out where we can. So that's it. Jeremy, do you want to add anything for Fast Fix Monday?
No, other than we'll be back, tomorrow, if you're watching this live, is the 30th of April. Today is the 30th of April. Tomorrow is the 1st of May, and we're moving into phase 4, which is bringing on employees. So we're going to have some pretty exciting education and interviews with some pretty cool people in that field. So stay tuned, and we look forward to seeing you then.
Excellent. Thanks, everyone. Bye.